Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 92 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just wanted to catch up with my Rube Goldberg machine and show you guys where I left off last episode. Pretty much set it up so I hit this button and a little complicated system grows a tree, red matter axe chops it up, and then the items get pumped out. We will ensure that at all times 2 pieces of wood are kept in this furnace and any excess wood is converted into bone meal over here. Any saplings that are chopped up by the tree are sent directly back into the assembler right here, and the bone meal and saplings are collected. So that's stage 1. Stage 2, of course, is going to be cooking up the bone meal inside this furnace, so we're going to work on that this episode, and then we have a couple more steps to get to as well. So why don't I head back to the overworld and start looking at some of the items I'm going to have. Now I also set up this Archangel Smite here to be a nice little defense mechanism against any of the wisps that are spawning in this age. So hopefully that'll keep us protected, because those wisps are getting annoying. We might need to set up a couple more of them as well. So back to the overworld, and I'm going to get situated with some of the items I want to have, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's get started building the next component of this Rube Goldberg machine. And it's one of my favorite laser types that I want to make. So you can see I'm setting up some rubies here. And before I do much with the rubies, I think I need to make myself a new lens bench. Just because I left it in the other age, and I don't know, I feel like I'm being a little bit lazy and not going back and getting it, but I'm going to be a little bit lazy and not go back and get it. I'll just make a new one. Ta-da! New lens bench. Thank you. Alright, I want to get myself some cactus green. So where are we at here with some cactus green? There we go. Just one of them would probably do me well. And from there, I'm going to sneak over into my dusts and gems. No, nothing in there. Alright, transmutation table it is. I need some diamonds. So let's get our trans table going and pull 3 diamonds out of our Klein star. Well, I guess 9 will do. Yep, that looks good. And Klein star fell on the ground again, because I always do that. So I want to upgrade this guy to the highest level possible of green laser. That's with 3 diamonds. That's the highest you can get. It's a green lens of power +8 for a total power level of 9. Unfortunately, it's not over 9. And the green lens with a power level of 9 is going to grow some plants rather quickly for me. And what kind of plants do I want to grow? Well, I want to grow a type of plant that's going to be able to be used as a fuel source. So let's see, do I have everything I need? I want to grab just a few more pistons, because I'm probably just going to need a handful of them. Cool. And then I'll meet you guys back into the Age of Rubes. Oh, and by the way, remember when I said I'm making a couple extra buffers just because I might need them in the future? Yep, I need them. So getting myself the item detector I need to make myself another one of these regulators, which I'm really starting to enjoy the use of them. Regulators are getting to be one of my most favorite items out of Red Power 2. I should really set them up in my automatic crafting table so that I can just craft them automatically, but we'll get there. So, for real this time, I'll meet you guys over in the Age of Rubes once I have all this cool stuff ready. Alright, let's get started. First off, I'm going to go dig right down here and jump down. Thankfully, I have my Swift Wolf's Rending Gale ready to go. And I'm going to place down my regulator right there. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's where I want it to be. Alright, and we want to have sugar canes going in here. So just to make this nice and cool, I'm going to go ahead and just start running my pneumatic tubes and get them all ready to go. We probably want to just run them up through here. That looks good. But I want to make sure that I've got some smooth stone covers and plates. So let's get our stone covers and our stone covers that are hollow. And first off, I want to make sure that this thing is not connecting into there. Perfect. And then we can connect up our plate as well. Alright, don't want this guy connecting here either. Okay, so could have moved him out a little bit further, but no big deal. To that, we want to connect probably a block breaker. So let's get the ingredients we need to make a block breaker real quick. And I can put these covers away because my inventory is full enough as it is. Okay, so block breaker, going to need just a few iron. Might as well just get a handful of stuff because I'm going to need a bunch later anyway. And we'll do this. Probably could have grabbed a redstone while I was in my bag as well. That'll do. So redstone, piston, and iron pickaxe yields me a block breaker. Cool. Place this guy right here. See, like I said, I might need some more defenses, because while that thing is doing well, and I do need to, I think, turn him off and back on every time I enter an age, it looks like. While he's doing a good job, his range isn't quite sufficient, so I might want to have 3 of them set up all along this platform area. That might be cool. Again, not sure how much I'm going to need space-wise, but whatever. Do I want this here, or do I want it up 1? I think I want it up 1, so let's do that. And, of course, cover again. There we go. And here I'm going to do the following. Let's do this. I'm going to plant the reeds here. Oh, right, I need water. I wonder if I place the water source under the dirt, if it'll work. You want to try that? Let's do it. So I need a bucket of water. Or I need an Evertide amulet. Whichever. That ought to do nicely. So now will you let me plant a reed? Or do I have to have the water on the side? Really? Come on, dude. Not cool. Now you're happy? Fail. Oh well. Such is life. Maybe I want to have the water on this side. Doesn't really matter where the water is. Okay, that'll do for now. We'll play a little bit more with that in a bit. So now we've got this thing set up, and I want to do the following. How do I want this to run? Probably going to need another timer set up. So yeah, let's get a timer going. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to need. I'm going to head to the overworld and make myself a timer real quick, because I don't think I have any on me. I'm probably going to need a handful of these, so I'll make a few while. Alright, hopefully I got everything I need. Yeah. Boy, do I have a lot of junk in my inventory at the moment. That's better. Let's put down the following items. First, I want to craft myself some smooth stone covered red alloy ingots to get myself the fancy stone jacketed wire. I like that stuff. And then I want to grab some redstone and make myself just a few redstone pneumatic tubes. And the purpose of that is going to go right here. Perfect. Then on this block, which I had covered up just for me to get downstairs easily, we'll place down one of these guys, and where's the other thingy that I want, that I just made? There it is. Perfect. Now I can get the timer in front of it. And I think I want the timer to come up this way. Does that sound cool? Awesome. So now what this should do is it should run endlessly, and every time the reed grows, it's going to chop it up and send the reed straight downstairs into this regulator. Cool. Now, I want to consider how I want to run the next bit of wiring. It's going to be a little tricky, but I think I should be able to figure it out. I could probably just do this. I wonder if I place redstone wiring like that. Yeah. See, I want to have this thing come up here and hit this guy, so that once this item gets fully populated, it'll emit a redstone signal and stop the timer from running. But I want to make that run a little bit nicer looking, so let's do it with the following. And I need to test it to find out, so let's do this actually. I can just do this. I'm going to say, you should emit a redstone signal when there's 1 cobblestone in the adjacent inventory, and since you're on the bottom, cobblestone goes down here. And are you emitting a redstone signal now? He should be happy. Regulator. He is, but he's not activating this guy. Okay. Cool. great. Let's do it with this stuff then. See, yeah, that's working. Gonna need a little bit more of it though, I think, because I want to have a cover here. Oh, jacketed wiring, is there nothing you can't do? And now we can use some stone covers mixed with some hollow stone covers, wherever they went, to pretty this up a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect, right? So now the only thing we have to do is, as soon as we take the cobble out of here, it'll let this timer start running. Cool. So let's get the next component, which is the green lens. And I'm going to start the following. We'll get the cobble out of this, because we don't want that actually to be there, and we'll drop this cobble, because we don't need it either. It's taking up inventory space. Green laser, where are you at? I don't know how easily I can get this to work. I think it should be this easy, though. Let's try it. You there, and then get my drill. And I've got a ruby on me, and I've got the green lens, so we're good. Let's get this out of the way for a minute. And green lens this up. Perfect. Now, if I were to just do the following. I don't want this pulsing. So give me a second here to think about how I want this to run, because I want it basically so that when this is allowed to run, and I'm probably going to need a NOT gate. I'm just trying to save myself the wiring. Yeah, give me a minute. Alright, just grabbed a few NOT gates out of my project table. That'll help. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to run this a little bit under the ground, and we'll get over here for it. And let's, I might have to wait to automate this as well. But here's what I'm thinking, right? Throw a NOT gate down here. And just rotate it with my screwdriver to the right position. Cool. Is this where I want it to come up? Pretty much, yeah. Alright, if I run this stuff, I don't know that this is going to be perfect for me. So you know what I might need to do? Put this guy here. Get him like that. And get this guy here. Give me just a minute. There we go. Just a few more stone jacketed wiring and some red alloy wiring. Alright, not the cleanest build, but it'll work. Cool. How neat is that? Now, why are you stuck? Let me poke around for a few minutes, guys, and I'll tell you where the problem is. Ah, that was the problem. I had this piece connected here. Alright, cool. So now with the covering, this should look nice. Alright, so now what should happen is, when the furnace doesn't have enough items in it, it's going to allow the green laser to run, and it's going to allow the timer to run. Let's get this out of here, because I want this thing to, again, seek cobble. Alright, so as soon as we've got enough cobble in there, the following will happen. You ready? Ta-da! Green laser's off, timer's off. Perfect. And then when we don't have enough cobble in there, green laser's on, timer's on. Alright. Let's see how well this thing runs. I want to do the following with it. Oh, and why aren't you running? Oh, right, yeah. We did need this thing here, but we need a cover between them. There we go. Cool. Now everything's running right. And let's bump this guy down to about 1.5 seconds delay. Maybe even 1 second. That seems better. Alright, sugarcane, do your thing. Watch how fast sugarcane grows when under the influence of a nice, powerful green laser. At least I hope it grows quickly. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Now, the block breaker is not breaking the blocks, probably because it has nowhere to send the sugarcane. But that's only because I didn't tell this guy that you're allowed to accept sugarcane, and I'll take this thing out of here. See? Now it's breaking the blocks. And the sugarcane's going straight in. Perfect. Cool. I like it. And the sugarcane is being used to cook things in the furnace. Awesome. Now, I do want to keep this thing at a point where we've only got a certain number of the stuff. I want to have it be 8, because as far as I understand, it's 8 sugarcane required to smelt 2 blocks. So what I want to do is actually change this, because the blocks aren't being able to smelt all the way. So let's turn off this timer real quick, temporarily. And this will stop the breaking of the sugarcane, but the sugarcane's still going to grow pretty quickly for me. And it'll probably all get sucked into here, which is fine. And I'll be back in a minute once I've accumulated enough. Alright, that should be about enough. I got 16 sugarcane. And the reason I got 16 sugarcane is that I want to tell it to keep about 8 in there at all times. So let's take this out. And I want it to only collect 8 at a time before it puts it in there. So that's what it's going to do. Remember, the left side is how many sugarcane do I have to collect before I dump the items into the inventory, and the right side is when I get 8 sugarcane, emit the redstone pulse saying I'm done, and the middle is the buffer inventory. So let's actually let this thing run again. So what we should get now happening is sugarcane going in here, and it's going to get collected in the buffer in the middle, and it's not going to get dumped into the furnace until it's got 8 of them. Okay? So let's see that action actually happen. Alright, so furnace is not getting any sugarcane just yet. And that's the point of the regulator being there, is it says, hey, I'm not doing anything until I get all 8 that I need. So the buffer is collecting and collecting, and once we get our 8th sugarcane, it should dump the item into the adjacent inventory. Now there is actually an interesting note about this, is once it dumps those items, there we go, all 8 went in at once, and we should get 2 charcoal out of this. Okay, I think. There we go. Nice. Now, the interesting thing about this is now that it's using up the sugarcane, it's not going to be full anymore, so it's going to continue running another cycle. So that's fine. That's kind of what I want it to do. And the furnace already got 2 more wood because we've got our regulator here. Cool. Nice. All right. That's interesting. Alright, that's not a problem for me. I don't think. So it's going to smelt up 2 more of these charcoal, which is okay. Because ideally the system won't have the wood in there so much. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so that thing's going to run again until, like I said, we've got 8 sugarcane in here ready to roll. There we go. So now it should be emitting its redstone signal, which will turn off the rapid growth laser, and it will also stop the block breaker from running. And this thing will grow up to 3 points, but that's okay. Alright, cool. Alright, the buffer's bothering me a little bit on this guy, so I'm just going to tell him to keep, I'm going to say 1 wood in there for now, and just see how this works. So that's okay, that thing got sucked in there. Cool. So we've got a buffer of 1 at the moment. Oh right, I have to get this out of there as well. Okay, so that should keep a buffer of about 1 in there, which is fine. So let's try this thing start to finish. All right, we've got hit the button, and we'll see what happens. So we should get our tree planted, sucked up, wood goes in, saplings first, might go in here, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then once we've cleared all the saplings out, we'll get the wood. And remember, we'll put 1 piece of wood in at a time. And we'll have 1 extra in the buffer. So that'll cook it up. Cool. Now the buffer is not so much of a problem for me. I feel better about that. You'll see why in the long run. But we got our 2 wood cooked up. So this buffer might have 1 extra piece of wood in it by the time the wood's cooked, but might not. That's okay. This way we won't have an extra piece of wood laying in here, but we will have the extra reeds, which is fine with me. I don't mind having the extra reeds because that's more of a self-reset system than anything else. So that's cool. All right. So now we've got the 8 sugarcane in there, and it stops the system waiting for another button press. And if we press that again, we should get everything redone. So far, self-resetting, no need to do anything but hit the button, and we get our stuff. Awesome. The only thing is I'm not sure I terribly love all the wiring up here as much as it is. I might want to just move this stuff down underneath. So maybe I'll do that real quick now. Do I have everything I need for that? Probably. So let's try it real quick if I can. And I'll need the jacketed wiring stuff too. Oh yeah, these guys don't like getting attacked by the Archangel's Smite. So let's just... Hey, you weren't allowed in there. Where'd you go? This thing get sucked into here? Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. Okay, that's fine. Close enough. So I want to get this thing changed up and be down here. I'm probably going to want to run more redstone tubing rather than just regular. So yeah, let's do that. This guy to this guy. Now, he's not being affected by the NOT gate, which is good. I don't want him to be affected by the NOT gate. But I do want to set the timer up. I can probably get rid of most of this that's here. Everything except this block, which is actually holding the water block above it. Okay, so this guy, we want to get a timer somewhere. I say we do this. Right? And then, maybe not. How about we do it like this? Come here. If I were to run this guy down... Alright, I'm going to try this. Let's move this here, this here. There we go, and then I can put my timer here. And then I just need you and you. That should work. Cool. Then we don't need this cover or that cover. We can just put these guys with this and this. That one does still need to be there, though. Alright, so this way, it comes down, it goes over here and activates the timer. And again, we'll make this about a 1 second interval. And this one comes over here for the NOT gate to activate the laser. So that should still work. So let's try it one more time with the button press. Go. We should get, and I'm going to clear out the charcoal from this chest because I actually want it to be kind of, you know, reset. All right, there we go. So plant the tree, grow the tree, chop the tree. Wood's going to go in, saplings first. I wonder why the saplings go first. Probably because they're the first one in there. That's fine. And then the wood goes up and gets smelted. And as soon as it starts smelting, it should start running the machine again. Perfect. And we'll get 2 pieces of charcoal out of it. I kind of like that. Beautiful. And the laser's running, I presume? Yeah, because it's moving so fast. Perfect. And now we've got 2 pieces of charcoal, and once all the reeds are grown, they'll get dumped into the furnace. There we go, 8 of them. And then it stops the growing. Perfect. Alright, so far so good. I'm going to steal myself a piston here. Then I'm going to poke around in my bags. Do I have anything of particular use for me? Yeah, I think I do. Wooden transport pipe. Let's get some stone transport pipes. Time to do the next piece with, you guessed it. Let's make a redstone engine. We're going to do this with Buildcraft. Do I know what I'm doing? I hope so. Now, I do want this thing running pretty much all the time. So if I put a redstone torch here, it's probably not going to be a good idea. Right? Or you know what, maybe a lever? I think a lever is going to connect to... Just wondering. Yeah, kind of wanted to hide this, but we'll see if I can. Maybe red alloy wiring. Might transmit the signal through the block, but not affect... I'll get back your orange bag. Oh well, I'll have to make a new orange bag. I'll make that in a minute. Place this guy here, and you here-ish. That should not affect anything, but it should be running this, I would think. Unless he's sitting 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, oh. Darn. Yeah, it's not going to work. And don't worry about the orange bag, guys. Remember, the inventory will stay. I just need to make a new one, and I'll get all those items back. I didn't lose everything. That's why I'm not panicking or anything. How to get this back up and running? I guess this will work. That should in no way impact anything but the redstone engine. Cool. And then the redstone engine should start pumping out the charcoal. Perfect. Which will, right now, get sucked back into that thing because, you know, that's how it goes when I don't have any pipes leading anywhere. Charcoal goes over to... Let's do... an alchemical chest. No, a condenser. That's what I want. Another one of these energy condensers, which is a nice way, and gee, I keep dropping things, to convert items from one to another in an automated system. Just lovely. And there is a specific reason, because I know that the item I'm converting from charcoal to is exactly the same EMC as charcoal. So perfect. Let's make this look nice. What item would that be? Well, let's find out by placing it in the target slot. Yoink! That's right, sugarcane. So when 2 charcoal get pumped in here, they should be converted to 2 sugar canes. Now, you might be saying, Direwolf, are you seriously making this whole complicated system, including a sugarcane grower, to burn the sugarcane, to make charcoal, to make sugarcane? And I say, yes, I am. So once again, final progress of the entire machine thus far, and don't worry, sugarcane is not the final step, it is only one piece of what I'm making. We cut everything up, get our wood, and that will quickly get cleaned up. So wood goes in there, 1, 2, will make their way into the regulator, which will quickly get smelted up thanks to the sugarcane farm. The sugarcane will refill itself, and any charcoal that gets created will quickly be pumped out and get converted into sugarcane. Ha! How cool is that? I like it. So there we go. That's our first piece of charcoal making its way over there, and our second piece. And I might wind up replacing this with a golden pipe or something. It's not traveling too far, but I don't want there to be too long of a delay between things. So, cool. So far, so good. We get sugarcane 1, sugarcane 2. Come on, charcoal. See what I mean? Maybe want golden something or other. But once that redstone engine heats up, we'll be in better shape. So anyway, this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 92 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I do have a lot more steps to go in this Rube Goldberg machine, but I think once it's done, it's going to be pretty fun. Alright guys, take it easy.